Leeward Islands 50 over competition starts today. Today, of course, September the 29th. We're at the Connell grounds, and it's going to be Nevis coming up against the Anguilla team. The Nevis team today, led by Theron Busso, and the vice captain is Carlon Bowen Tuckett, who is wicket keeping today. We'll be trying to get the full 11 because there was a 14-man squad selected, so we'll be waiting to see who has been left out. But from this distance, I could tell you that it looks like Kimani Nisbet will be using the new ball. We also have Jamie Cornelius out there. Another tall guy is Onaje Amri. I could figure him out. It looks as if Shelton Fobbs is out there. A couple of tall guys out there, I could tell you. Akadiento Willett is out there as well. And marking out his run at the far end. I'm trying to figure out who that bowler is. It's definitely not Kian Pemberton, so we'll figure that out eventually. What's up? What's up? So we understand that Adrian Williams, Tijari Clark, and Kian Pemberton have been left out for today. But it's going to be a couple of matches, so they may well get in eventually. Well, Kezwan Archibald will be bowling the first over, left arm, medium fast, and he'll be bowling to the Anguillan opening batsman. We'll get a name when the coach passes close to us for the Anguilla batsman. But the first ball will be bowled momentarily. It's going to be Kezwan Archibald from the far end, and he makes his move in now. Moves in to bowl. First ball left alone, but that's good areas. Very well lined on that occasion, but the batsman was just pulling his bat out of the way stylishly, allowing it to go through to the wicketkeeper. Okay, so it's Hodge taking strike. Again in good areas, left alone. And white signal by the umpire. So they are off and running Anguilla. So Richardson is the non-striker, and he's a left-hander. But what we have observed very early in this exchange is that a good carry to the wicketkeeper. Seems to be a pretty lively pitch here. So here's Archibald. Races in once more to bowl to Hodge. Hodge is driving and gets it down to mid-on. Can't score. First shot in anger really, and hitting it down to mid-on. So it's going to be Archibald from the far end. Races in now to bowl to Hodge. Again, he's leaving it alone, but that was pretty close to his off stump. You'll have to say good judgment there by Hodge as he watched it through to the wicketkeeper. Again, good carry from Kezwan Archibald. As usual, Carlon Bowen Tuckett chirping there behind the stumps, and he'll have good company in Onaje Amri, who can't hush his mouth. So here goes once more. Kezwan Archibald races in now. He's driving. That's a lovely shot. He has pierced the extra cover region. It's traveling into the boundary for 4. A little bit too much up on that occasion, and Hodge was leaning into it and lacing it to the extra cover boundary for 4. Here goes once more. Bowls to Hodge. This time he's defending stoutly. Pushes it back up the strip to the bowler. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Hodge. Hodge is again solidly forward. Pushes it back up the strip into the offside. The man at mid-off comes into the picture. That's Shelton Fobbs. And that ends the first over. 5 for no loss at the end of 1. It's going to be Kimani Nisbet to pick it up from the commentary end. And he'll be bowling to the left-handed Richardson. So Anguilla off to a pretty comfortable looking start. Hodge looks pretty assured at the crease, I can tell you. Let's see how the left-hander shapes up now. Kimani moves in now to bowl. He struck on the pad and diving away is Garland Bowen Tuckett to pull it in the leg side. No appeal. Here goes once more. Nisbet races in now to bowl. He balled him! Richardson driving all over Yorker length delivery, and he picked out the middle stump. And celebration for Nevis. Clean bowled Richardson, comprehensively beaten and bowled, and gets an official send-off from Onaje Amri in celebratory mode. So Nevis striking early, and Anguilla losing the wicket of Richardson. Beautifully bowled Yorker. By the time he came down, it was already in his middle stump, and so he walks back. Jamal Hodge is out there, probably giving a word of advice to Hodge. We'll have to get the name of the new batsman in a bit. Powerfully built figure going to the crease. So Kimani Nisbet moves in now to bowl. He's struck on the pad. It goes away from Garland Tuckett and goes down to the man on the long leg boundary. And well, it's a wide signal. So diving away was Garland Bowen Tuckett, and the ball went down towards long leg. One more to the total. 6 for the loss of 1. Anguilla as the new batsman. 7 for the loss of 1, correction. We'll have to get the name of the new batsman, but he's a powerfully built young man. It's going to be Kimani Nisbet once more. So we have mid-on, mid-wicket, long leg, 2 slips, man at mid-off, wideish, as he moves in now to bowl. He's beaten, good carry, and he would want to indicate that he dropped his bat, but that was after the fact. He was comprehensively beaten, well taken there by Garland Bowen Tuckett. Here goes once more. Nisbet races in now to bowl. He's driving down towards the man at mid-off, the off-ball running, and decides not to throw it. Kezran Archibald, as they were through on the shot, running through. So 8 now for the loss of 1. So Hodge was shaped up pretty well so far in strike. He's driving. That's a lovely shot. Can Kezran Archibald pull it in? He will do so just about now. And they'll get 2 very comfortably, but a nice looking drive straight down the ground and picking up 2. Hodge has shaped up pretty nicely so far. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl, and he's driving it down to the man at mid-on. I thought he started batting right-handed. I'm confused there. Yes, the fella. Here he goes. Races in now to bowl. That's he's driving savagely down towards the man at mid-off, hitting it hard on that occasion. Hodge can't score. So 10 for no loss. It's going to be Kezran Archibald, left arm, medium pace. Races in now to bowl. He's driving. That's another lovely shot. And going just to the right of the man at point. He's chasing after it. They go back for a second. They might even think of a third. Hodge was thinking seriously about it, but the other batsman not too interested. So 2 more to the total. 12 for the loss of 1. Archibald it is. Races in once more to bowl short of a length. The batsman stylishly across his crease. Plays it quietly into the offside. Can't score. Has a bit of style in him, this Hodge. Looks pretty competent and comfortable out there. Hodge taking strike once more from Archibald, who moves in quickly, bowls, and this time making good height, left alone again, stylishly left there by Hodge, waving the bat like a magic wand over the top of the ball as it goes through to Garland Bowen Tuckett. And as per usual, Onaje Amri chatting there at first slip. Can't keep quiet, that Onaje Amri. So here goes once more. It's Kezron Archibald races in now to bowl. He's up into his half, and that's driven beautifully to extra cover for 4. Again, he was too much up, and he was leaning into it hard and just stroking it majestically through extra cover for 4. A lovely shot that. Here he goes once more. Archibald moves in now to bowl. Short of a length. That's the ball. He's caught. He has got him. Oh, that's the ball. Back of a length. He pulled back. Well, the umpire says no. The umpire says no. So very disappointed Nevis team that the umpire unmoved. And the batsman indicating that the ball probably came off the top of the pad. So all of that celebration in vain. But that was the delivery. Pulled back the length on that occasion. And on that occasion, Hodge was definitely not looking as comfortable. And he's explaining to Kezron Archibald where, let's see if he touches his pad. Well, he's telling him that he definitely didn't play it. Kezron Archibald is pointing to his bat and saying that's where it came from. So the debate continues. The fact is, though, the umpire has said not out, and that's the end of the story. Here goes once more. Flicked away. That's a lovely shot, but there's a man deep on the square leg boundary, and he'll only get 1. So 1 more to the total. You know how many? Let's see if Kimani Nisbet has learned that you can't pitch it up to Hodge. You have to bowl it back of a length. Moves in now to bowl to Hodge. This time he's appealing. It's a loud shout again. The umpire is not interested. Apparently he brushed the pad or brushed the side of his somewhere on his side as he tried to flick, and well taken by Carlin Boyle Tuckett. The other thing about the Nevis team, though, is that they have 2 serious appealers behind there. Carlin Boyle Tuckett is going to appeal for everything. And then Onaje Amri is going to follow suit. So they're going to make a lot of noise behind there. Umpires have to be on their P's and Q's. As here he goes once more. Moves in out to bowl to Hodge. This time he's leaving it alone as he goes through to the wicket keeper. But just to remind you, the 3 persons left out: Tijari Clark, Adrian Williams, and Kian Pemberton. So 2 of the fast bowlers left out. Moves in once more to bowl. This time he's diving away and may have just dropped short of the man at slip. So it's Nisbet once more. Moving in now to bowl to Hodge. Hodge is leaving that one alone. And the slips there looking anxious, looking as if something is going to give. And he's not really going up into his half now. And I think that's the way to bowl him. Pull it back a bit. Pull back the length. He's not as comfortable there, Hodge. So it's going to be Nisbet once more. Turns and bustling run up. Moves in now to bowl to Hodge. This time, this is another Yorker. He has already bowled 1. And that one, Hodge came down and it kept it out. And that ends another useful over there from Kimani Nisbet. Archibald from the far end, and he'll be bowling to the left-hander. We are yet to get his name. As he races in now to bowl. He's turning it nicely into the onside. There's Jamie Cornelius coming off the long leg boundary and picks it up, gets the ball, the return in. 1 more to the total, 18 for the loss of 1. So it's going to be Kezron Archibald. Will be moving in from the far end. Here he goes, moves in now. Bustling run up, moves into bowl. This time he goes for the bouncer, diving away is Carlin Bowen Tuckett. White signal by the umpire. That time he was digging it in short. Batsman was essaying a hook, missed out, and white signal by the umpire. Here goes once more. Archibald races in now to bowl to Hodge. Hodge is driving nicely, gets it down to the man at mid-on and picks it up. There's no chance of a run. Of the Nevis team, Tyler Martin. I must say he has worked very hard with the Brownhill team and now with the Nevis team. And we also have Adrian Williams, maybe giving a bit of advice there to his fellow pacer, Kimani Nisbet, based on what he has observed so far. Here he goes. Archibald bowls, he's pushing it into the offside, thinking of a single, but moving quickly there is Onaje Amri. Picks it up, there's no chance of a run. And did I just say Onaje Amri moving quickly? Not normally the quickest of fielders, but a safe pair of hands, I could tell you. It's like a bucket. Anything goes to him, he's going to hold on to it. Racing in now to bowl to Hodge. Hodge is driving again. He finds the gap. The ball might not get to the boundary. He's struggling to get there. The fielder goes after it and they'll get two very comfortably. The timing a bit off, but again he found the gap. And so two more to the total. Here goes once more. Archibald moves in out to bowl to Hodge. Hodge gets one, turns it fine. Can he get there? Kimani Nisbet is quick. He gets across and pulls it in. They're thinking of the second, gets the return in. And they change their minds very quickly indeed. Good work that by Kimani Nisbet. One. Well, not good signs here. The groundsmen are getting close to the covers as a slight drizzle, slightest of drizzles. As they're crossing the side screen, of course that would affect the batsman. But here goes once more. Archibald races in now, solidly in line. That was well lined and it was quick. But it came right across his off stump and just pushed it solidly into the onside. And they're trying to get in at least another over. Looking at the possibility of rain here. The umpires have decided to go off very early. It's just a slight drizzle, the slightest of drizzles. And the umpires, well, they should know the conditions here at Connery. But they have called it very early indeed. They have decided to go off. I'm sure the Nevis team would be a little disappointed there. And personally, I think the umpires could have waited a little bit longer. Nevis team very reluctant to get off, I could tell you. But after a short rain break, it's bright sunshine back here at the Connery grounds. The umpires back out, having a long confab. I don't think they're considering shortening the overs. The break was very short, but it seems as if they're waiting some instructions. So here goes. Nisbet bowls quietly across the stumps and pushes it into the offside, can't score. Here goes once more. Nisbet races in now to bowl. Again, Hodge, touchily in line, pushes it into the offside, can't score. Nisbet once more from the commentary end, moves in now to bowl. Back of the length, pushes it into the offside. It's thought about a single. Here's a possible chance. And hits the batsman in the process, but certainly a little bit of stammering there in the run-up between the two batsmen. And Hodge finally got home. Nisbet it is. Pulls up. Maybe not feeling too secure in his run-up on that occasion. Here goes once more. Nisbet races in now to bowl to the left-hander, pushes forward and goes into the offside. The man at the back of the point feels it. That looks like the captain. Bosso gets a return in. That's another consideration. I just saw Jamie Cornelius wiping the ball in his shirt, so it might be a little wet right now. Bowles, he's flashing at that one, loosely outside the off stump. True to the keeper. Here goes once more. Nisbet races in now to bowl to the batsman. He's pushing, thinking of the single quickly in his Bosso overrunning the ball in the process, but the batsman would have already turned back, and that ends the over. Well, apparently it was not Bosso, so apparently it could be. Let's see if we could figure out who it is. So it wasn't Bosso, it's Carmichael. But Hodge back in strike. And Kezwan Archibald in an extended spell moves in now to bowl. He's going big! My goodness! Has it gone all the way it has? He was up in his half once more, and this time, instead of extra cover driving on this occasion. He decided to go big, and he launched it straight back over long on, and it has gone the distance. And Keswan Archibald would need to be told by Kimani Nesbitt, you need to pull back the length to Hodge. He certainly likes to go on the front foot. You need to make him go a bit more on the back foot, or at least think about it. Fast bowlers don't like to be treated like that. What does he do now? Shorter. He's across his stump, pushes it into the offside, can't score. Return comes in, backed up nicely. It's going to be Archibald turning from the far end, and he'll be moving in now to bowl to Hodge. Here he goes, moves into bowl to Hodge, back of a length. So he's picked up what he needs to do now. Pushes it quietly into the offside, can't score. Keswan Archibald turns at the far end. We'll move in now to bowl to Hodge. Hodge is getting one that he looks a little discomforted there on that occasion. Pops, and then he was looking to see where the ball had gone. Wasn't too sure. And as usual, Onaje Amri would have a bit to say. Well, a lot to say. So Archibald, I don't think he'll make the mistake and go back up in his half again. I think he would have learned his lessons. He moves in now to bowl to Hodge. This time he's stylishly across his stumps once more. Back of a length again, and he just pushes it quietly into the offside. Archibald from the far end steams in now to bowl to Hodge. Hodge is quietly forward, pushes it into the offside, can't score. And that ends the over. So good finish to the over after he would have been launched for 6 and changed his length. And definitely the batsman not as confident on that front foot. So it's going to be Nesbitt from the commentary end, and he'll be bowling to the left-hander. Still we haven't gotten the name of the left-hander. Moves in now, he's flicking it away. The man races across and bubbles with it, but pulls it in the end. And only 1 run. But that was a lovely shot. It was off line on that occasion, Nesbitt. And he whipped it stylishly away. But the man on the deep backward of square boundary, that's Willett, pulled it in. And 1 run to the total. Speaking of Willett, I would imagine that he'll be coming into the attack pretty soon, along with Adelvin Phillip, unless they're going to bring spin into the attack. But those are 2 other medium pacers there. Nesbitt bustles in now to bowl, this time to Hodge. Hodge is on the back foot, squeezes it into the offside. The man at point feels it, can't score. Very early in the proceedings, Richardson was bowled by Nesbitt for a golden duck. But since then, these two have batted stodgily. Hodge especially has been pretty enterprising. Says Nesbitt. Races in now to bowl to Hodge. Hodge is driving, and they're running through for the single. Jamie Cornelius responded late and sent the return in. But definitely, I don't think he expected them to run. And so he was just strolling in, Jamie Cornelius. Hodge was moving with the shot. And when Jamie realized, he raced in after that. But I think it was too late. Here's Nesbitt once more. Moves in now to bowl. Oh, is he out? The umpire, they're celebrating once more. The umpire is going to ask if the catch was cleanly taken, I think. He's saying just hold on. He's saying just hold on here, but this is the 3rd time they're having such a loud appeal. And the umpires would have a consult, and let's see what he does when he gets back to the stump. The other umpire, square leg, has already, he sent him on his way. So he's out, caught, I think, who took the catch? Keeper? Yeah. The keeper took the catch. It was Carlon Bowen took it diving away to take a brilliant catch. And so the big left-hander goes off the bowling of Nesbitt, who has certainly caused a spot of bother to the Anguilla batsmen so far. So we have new batsman in, left-hander. Dreadlocks, left-hander. So Nesbitt has bowled pretty impressively so far. And he'll be bowling now to the new batsman. Here he goes, Nisbet. Races in now to bowl. He tries for the Yorker, guides it down towards the vacant slip region, gets a single, so he's immediately off the mark. So Hodge has been the mainstay of the innings so far. He certainly has looked very good at the crease. So here goes. Nisbet races in now to bowl to Hodge. Hodge is driving. He loves to drive. He has a license, I could tell you. And he's driving down towards mid-off. Can't score on this occasion. And that ends the over. Well, Keston Archibald in an extended spell moves in now to bowl to the new batsman. Pushes it into the offside. Can't score. Nevis team chirping after that last wicket. They've found their voices once more. So it's going to be Keston Archibald. Races in now to bowl. He's punching this one into the offside. Well stopped. Good effort that. And that looks like Carmichael diving across and stopping it nicely. It's going to be Archibald once more from the far end. Races in now to bowl. He's leaving this one alone. Through to the keeper. Archibald it is from the far end. Steams in now. He's punching it. This time wide of Carmichael, but the third man boundary, which is Nisbet, comes across and picks it up. So one more to the total. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. He's leaving that one alone. Well stopped there by Carlin Bowen Tuckett as he was dropping in front of him. Put his body on the line literally to make sure that it didn't go past him. Archibald, Leeward Islands cricketer, races in now to bowl to Hodge. This time he's solidly back and across, stylishly too. Has a lot of style, I could tell you, Hodge. As he came stylishly across the stumps and just pushed it into the offside. That ends the over. Going to be Nisbet. It's 31 for the loss of 2. As he races in now. Ball is driving loosely at that, the left-hander. Slips already, raising their hands in anticipation there. Taken by Carlin Bowen Tuckett. Imagine that Jamar Hamilton would be padded. Can't see him batting any lower than this. So I would anticipate he'll be coming in next. Nisbet it is. Steams in once more. Left alone. Through to the keeper. Nisbet turns. Races in now. Punches it into the offside. Really badly timed on that occasion. Just trickles into the offside. The man at point stops it. Looks like Carmichael can't score. Nisbet steams in once more. He's swinging. He looks a little loose out there, the left-hander. Doesn't look as assured as Hodge. And I'm certain that his partner would want to have a word with him. Maybe from long distance. No, he's going to go down now and have a short word with him. It doesn't look comfortable at all. Nisbet it is. Steams in now. Over the head, just over the head. He's a tall man, but he needed a ladder to pull in that one. He was driving loosely. Who is that? I think it was Onaje Amri. He's as tall as a coconut tree, but guess what? It went over his hands, his extended hands. So it went pretty high over him, and it went away for 4. But another loose-looking shot by the left-hander. Certainly not looking comfortable at all out there. Well, let's see if he'll try the Yorker now. Maybe it's time for a Yorker. Moves in now to bowl. Making good height again as it goes through to the keeper. And that ends an eventful over. And And so Anguilla still with just 2 wickets down, and the score now 35 for 2 after 10. New bowler into the attack. Acadian to Willett. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. Starts, turns it into the onside. Exactly what I just said. No square leg in position. Long leg comes across, picks it up. One more to the total. Yeah. Here goes once more. It's Willett moving in now to bowl. Solidly in line this time. Willett races across and picks it up. He's a natural athlete, and he raced across, picked it up. Willett races in now to bowl. He's uncomfortable on that occasion. That one popped on him, and Willett was holding his head because he thought something would have happened there. But somehow he managed to keep it along the ground to the man at point. Can't score. Well, I just picked up something. Busso has just asked Nisbet if he could bowl another one, and of course bowlers don't like to say no. He said yes, I could bowl another one. He has picked up 2 wickets already. It's going to be hard to get that ball out of his hand. Here he goes once more. Willett it is. Moves in now to bowl. He's driving. He's gone. The only doubt would be whether that ball bounced, and I think that's the hesitation there by the umpire. The batsman is indicating that the ball bounced in the turf. The other umpire at point now will have to make a decision. I don't know what Gishard saw. Gishard, what did you see? Gishard believes that it bounced in the ground. So let's see what the umpire will say. I think he has indicated not out. So ball bounced in the turf, but it was well taken there by Carmichael. Another alarm there for the Anguillans going in their favor. So Gishard called it right. He's not only a super all-rounder, he was an umpire as well. So he knows, he sees. Called it right. Here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to the left hand. He's flicking this one away. Lovely looking shot on that occasion. It's not going to get into the boundary though. And they're just strolling through for 2. Should really be putting the foot on the pedal there and try to force a third. And it's a no ball. My goodness, free hit indicated. Willett has overstepped. So, free hit delivery coming up. Here he goes. He bowls a slow ball. Hits it in the air. Somebody should catch it. But I think because it was a no ball, it was a free hit ball, he didn't put the effort into it. But I think he should have caught it and then get the return in quickly. But they got 2. He bowled a slow ball. Good thinking there by Willett. Carlon Bowen Tuckett has gotten rid of his shades. I'll talk more about that in a bit. As here goes Willett bowls and he's flicking it away. That's a lovely shot. Where's Jamie Cornelius? But he comes across and he'll pick it up and they'll stroll through for 2 more. Lovely looking shot there. So talking about shades, I'm sure that Noel Gishard would agree that when we were playing cricket, we never used to play in shades. I don't know what these cricketers see in shades. Well, they're taking a break. Looks like a water break. And so there's a pause in the action for the moment. Well, the tall Unaje Amri is into the attack. So he's going to bowl off spinners. Now Hodge likes to drive. There's a man at long on, but the mid-off is up. So let's see how he deals with this. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl to Hodge. That one turning. He turns it into the onside. The man races across. Can't prevent the single. Poorly lined on that occasion with the ball turning down the leg side. And he gets a single Hodge. The left-hander comes in to strike. There's a slip in place. So let's see how he handles spin. Looked very uncomfortable against the pace There he goes. He's leaving it alone. The ball spinning away outside the off stump. Left alone on that occasion. Onaje Amri, it is. With that kind of height would have made a mean pace bowler. Decided to bowl off spin, however. This time he bowls flatter. Yorker length delivery. The man comes down hard on it. Pushes it into the offside. Can't score. Amri it is. Played for the West Indies under 19 team along with Carlon Bowen Tuckett, who is behind the stumps. Loops it. He's driving nicely. The man races across at point. Pulls it in. Nice work there. That's a caddy into Willett. Can't score. So another dot. The umpire making an adjustment there. It's going to be Amri once more. Bowling around the wicket to the left-hander. Moves in now to bowl flatter and fast. So he comes solidly, quietly forward. Bend of the knee. Looking at the ball carefully. Pushing it into the offside. Can't score. Amri once more. Getting encouragement from the keeper and vice-captain, Carlon Bowen Tuckett. He's punching a short delivery. Here's Ross Powell! And the return came in, but he got home. Ross Powell was racing in and firing the return in, but somehow he managed to get home safely. It's going to be Akadiento Willett, who will be moving in now to bowl from the far end. So Willett moves in now to bowl. Yorker length delivery. Squeezes down on it. Pushes it into the offside. Can't score. So it's going to be Willett once more. Races in now to bowl to the left-handed batsman. He's pulling at that, but he's struck on the body. And is it another no ball? He has transgressed once more. It's another no ball from Akadiento Willett, and somebody might need to just have a quick word with him. One of the senior players. Well, the captain is going down now to have a quick word with him. Willett asking exactly what did I do wrong. But Bush is going to have a quick word with him. It's going to be another free hit. Willett it is with the free hit delivery. The batsman has all license to swing and swing hard. Here he goes, swings. He's struck on the body once more. And they're off and running. And they'll pick up, I think, what would be a leg by. So one more to the total. So Hodge was looked really accomplished. Settles once more to take strike from Willett. Here is Willett bowling. He's on the back foot. Punches it into the offside. Ross Powell races across. Can't score. Willett it is. Races in now to bowl to Hodge. Short is cutting it nicely and going down towards the man at third. Man misfields badly there, Jamie Cornelius, but the batsman had already settled comfortably for one and not looking for the misfield there, and so missed out on the second run. One more to the total. Well, the left-hander, the longer he bats, the more comfortably he starts to look now. He has played a couple of nice-looking shots. Here he goes now. Willett bowls. He's struck on the pad. He's shouting his appeal. The umpire's unimpressed. Willett was leaping in the air in anticipation of that finger going up, but the batsman looked pretty nonplussed. The umpire decided it was missing the leg stump, and so that's the end of that. So it's going to be Akadiento Willett once more. Steaming in from the far end as he races in now to bowl. He's swinging at that. That's a poor shot. He had a heave at that. And a wide signal by the umpire though, as it was outside of his leg stump. So Willett having a real problem here. Delvin Phillip is going to have a quick word with Theron Bosu. He's very experienced. He will be suggesting something to Bosu. And he would have captained this Nevis team previously. And based on that conversation, he has moved out of slips and has gone into the onside to a short mid-wicket position. So whatever he was told by Delvin Phillip, suggestion was made and he has obliged, yielding to experience. So here's now Willett as he steams in now to bowl. He's swinging again at that, and the man is racing in from the deep mid-wicket boundary there, going back for the second, and they'll get it comfortably in the end. So 2 more to the total. A real hustle on that occasion, and getting 2. So at the end of over number 12, 13, at the end of over number 13, and by the way, you haven't seen the hard-working scorer here, right of me. Good-looking fella, innit? So, very nice guy, and getting the score all sorted out. So based on that, it's 50. The 50 is on the tins. 51 for 2 after 13. My mind tells me that Hodge will be looking to go big. Mid-off is up. Of course, there's a long on, but if he goes over the offside, but he's quietly forward, pushes it into the offside, can't score. And I think Amri should be trying to tease him into the shot. So let's see. Something just seems as if it's going to give here. As he moves in now, he's sweeping. That's well swept. He swept it fine. The man is racing after it, and I think he has stopped it. That's brilliant. And a quick return in as well. That was great work there by the athlete Akadiento Willett. It was well swept because he deliberately brought it around really fine instead of going square. And they only got 2 in the end. Great work there by Akadiento Willett. So deep mid wicket in place and a long on, as it's going to be Amri who will be bowling now to Hodge. Here he goes, bowls. Hodge is swinging hard into that, but he's going to pick out the man at long on. That's Jamie Cornelius. He'll only get 1. But I want to believe he wanted to go aerial on that occasion, but he didn't latch onto it. Here he goes now, bowls to the left-hander, squeezes down on it, making it into a Yorker. So whenever players are not comfortable chipping to the spin bowlers, they'll do that. Here he goes, moves in now, bowls. Oh, he's dropped! He just guided it to the left of Teron Busso. And remember, in the park a couple of weeks back, Teron Busso had some difficulty pulling in some balls. But really, he guided it almost like catching practice. Teron Busso reacted late and maybe just brushed his hand. They got 2. Well, here's Amri once more. He's driving more comfortably. Ross Powell gets in the way. And that ends the over. So Hodge has been the mainstay of the Anguilla innings so far. Settles over his bat now as Willett steams in now to bowl. He's quietly forward, pushes it into the offside, quickly across as Jamie, that's Carmichael, sorry, coming across and picking it up. Can't score. Willett getting some encouragement here as he moves in now to bowl. Left alone, that's wide of the mark. Must have been pretty close to a wide. He looks back at the umpire who doesn't signal, so he's within the mark. Hodge getting some encouragement from his camp. Somebody telling him long knock, steady Hodge. So encouragement also for the bowler, as it's going to be Willett. Steams in now to bowl to Hodge. He bowls short of a length, turns it into the onside, away from Adelvin Phillip, who comes across closer to the umpire, picks it up. 1 more to the total. Here's Willett. Races in now. The left-hander settles as he bowls. He's having a flick at that. Loose looking flick once more. Struck on the pad. Half shot there from the bowler. And Carlon Bowen Tuckett making an observation that he hasn't driven 1 ball in the offside as yet. So it means that he's trying to psych out the batsman to try to prove a point that he could drive them to the offside. It's all about psychology here. As he races in now to bowl his shots. So it's going to be Amory. And he moves in now to bowl to Hodge. He's shock on the pad, but that looks mighty high. Almost as high as the bowler himself. He was appealing though, enthusiastically. The umpire was not in the least interested. So here's Amory once more. Moves in now to bowl to Hodge. Gets a bad delivery. That's down the leg side. Poorly lined. Turning further away. Let's see if he got a touch on it. There's no signal from the umpire. So it's a run. So one more to the total. So here he goes. Moves in now to bowl to the left-hander. He's punching hard. That slams it into the turf. So there are two slips in place now, interestingly enough, after that dropped catch by the captain. So here's Amory. Moving in now to bowl to the left hand. Again, poor delivery that time. Very short indeed. The man on the extra cover boundary races across and doesn't do well. Should have stopped that, I thought. And it goes into the boundary for 4. It was a rank long hop. Punched away for 4. So the occasions when the left-hander shows that he can bat. He has looked a little uncomfortable on occasions, but he has played a couple of good shots as well, but this time he's beaten. But indicating that he pulled his bat in, but I think he was a little late. He was pushing at it and then after the fact pulling his bat between his pads. Settles once more. Amory moves in now. He's turning it into the onside. The man at mid-wicket has a long run. Can he pull it in? He will. And they'll get 2 very easily indeed. So 2 more to the total. And that ends another over. To change batches, Acadian to Willett just got a wicket. Oh, yeah. Caught behind after bowling of Acadian to Willett. So Hodge has finally gone after a pretty good knock. And again, it's the back of the length delivery proving his undoing. Looks very good on the front foot, I could tell you. And not too comfortable when it's a little back of the length. So wicket number 3 goes. Nevis has picked up another wicket. Here he goes, moves in now. Well, he's going in the air, but there's nobody out there. Right away, going for the big shot, but no timing on it. It hasn't reached the boundary. And they're looking for the third, and they'll get it easily in the end. Wasn't the best looking shot in the world, but effective in the end. Going big and picking up 3. So Willett, having picked up the wicket, will continue now from the far end. Here he goes, races in now to bowl. Slow ball, beaten outside the off stump, driving loosely at that. Through to the keeper. Willett it is. Races in now to bowl. He's driving, dropped. Well, I did say that he has bucket-like hands, but somehow that bucket is leaking because Onaji Amory came across. He looked so assured. He looked as if he had it all locked in. And guess what? He put it down. And I don't think he's the type who would say, well, the captain dropped one off me, so I'm going to drop one. I don't think he's that kind of a guy. Very disappointed there. Well, the left-hander gets a life. Acadian to Willett would be very disappointed with that. So understand that this is another Hodge here. Brother of Munson Hodge. Here he goes. Willett bowls. He's getting one. He looks a little uncomfortable as he tried to push it back up the strip. And back of a length. He was not comfortable. Struck him on the body. No appeal. And we always remember the old adage. Catches win matches. So, Willett it is. Seems to be getting better. Races in now to bowl. Slow ball again. He's stuck on the pad. They're off and running. And there's Carlin Boy and Tuckett trying to return in, but too late. They've picked up a leg by. the umpire. How long will he stay on that one leg to get the attention of the scorers? Has to be pretty fit, I must tell you. Amri continues from the far end, solidly forward. Is the batsman, pushes it into the onside. I'm now hearing that Jamal Hamilton is not playing. He's with the team, but he's not playing today. Well, it's going to be Amri once more. Tall, lanky off spinner. Moves in now, flatter. Turned into the onside. Fielder comes across, pulls it in. Good work, that. That looks like Carmichael, but that was not the best line delivery. So he'll need to line it a little better than that. He's bowling off spinners. Don't start on leg stump. Moves in once more. Here he goes. Better delivery. Comes solidly forward this time. So you get the impression as if something is going to give here. Hodge doesn't look as if he's the type who wants to be staying in a cage all day. He looks as if he's the type who will be attacking the bowling. So here goes. Amri will move in once more to bowl to Hodge. Hodge is on the back foot. That's not a good shot. Should have been on the front foot there. He was on the back foot. He was hurried into the shot, as a matter of fact. And right away the umpire is having a word with Onaje Amri, telling him that he's running the red line. That danger area, needs to step away from that. Is that an official warning? I'm not sure. But here he goes once more. He loops it. He's driving. They're off and running for the single. Nisbet fumbles slightly. They get a single. Solidly, quietly forward. Ends another over. At the end of 18, the score is 72 for 3. And we understand that the left-hander is well-known Chesney Hughes, who, that's a nice-looking drive, but the fielder comes across at mid-off and pulls it in nicely. Great work there by Shelton Forbes. So here goes. Races in now to bowl. He's driving off the edge and down towards the third man area. Kimani Nisbet stops it. One more to the total. So we understand that Chesney Hughes is the big left-hander we looked at earlier. He was caught behind off the bowling of Nisbet for 14. Sorry, that's 2 for 14 is Kimani Nisbet's figures. Adjustments to the field. Bullet steams in out to bowl to Hart. Slow ball again, but off target. He has bowled a slow ball to good effect, but needs to get it lined right. So, Hodge it is. Settles over his bat as Willett races in now to bowl. Short, he's pulling that one. That's a magnificent shot. This time he takes it. Great catch this time. Oh, the last time he dropped it, but this time he moved well. And Onaje Amri took a brilliant catch. Dropped it short. Hodge was up to the task and pulled, but just too close to the bucket-like hands of Onaje Amri, who took it falling over. And I think he would be very happy, because I think Onaje Amri would know that his last catch was on television as well. And he would be very happy to know that the second one didn't go down. So wicket number 4, Nevis has picked up wicket number 4. Hodge, showing some aggression, has gone back. The new batsman is in. Richardson it is. Taking strike. Here he goes. Well, it bowls. He's struck in the body. I heard a thud. So let's see if it will be a leg by as he goes down. But a bit of bat into it. There's no signal from the umpire. So, but I think a bit of bat and then into the body. But he's off the mark. So the batsman, we didn't have his name earlier, is Dimitri Adams. We remember him from the youth cricket days, Dimitri Adams. Now a Rastaman, full-blown locks on his head. Things change over time. Remember him as a little boy. Now he is a little man with locks. Left-handed batsman, was always a pretty useful cricketer. Settles over his bat now. As it's Willett moving in out to ball. He's pulling at this one, but it's going to drop well short of the man on the deep square leg boundary. But he was hustled into the shot. Wasn't totally over it and was in a spot of bother really, as Willett was digging it in short. And he didn't handle it well, but got away with it. So it brings Richardson back into strike. Moves in now. Will it slow ball? Again, he just needs to get it lined. The batsman didn't read it at all, but it's just that it was poorly lined. Once that is on the stumps, Willett could create some problems because he didn't pick it up at all. Richardson certainly didn't pick it up. And some of the fielders were having a bit of a laugh because he was really uncomfortable, but it was just off lane. So Willett once more races in now to bowl. Faster delivery. This time he comes on the front foot, plays it back up the strip to the bowler, ends the over. And that makes it at the end of 18 overs. 19 overs. It's 78 for 4. Well, it's going to be Adams to take strike once more from the tall Onaje Amri, who would want to get a wicket of his own now, having taken that catch as he moves in now to bowl. Left alone, but that must have been pretty close to his off stump. There was a gasp from the keeper and the slips. So it's going to be Amri once more. And he'll be bowling to the left-handed Dimitri Adams. Here he goes, bowls. This time he comes solidly forward, getting right over that one, playing it comfortably into the offside, can't score. Amri moves in now, bowls, so he's driving belatedly. Well stopped that time by Ross Powell, moving smartly to his right and getting his hand down, stopping it nicely. Can't score. Pressure on the batsman. Here goes, moves in once more, flights his driving, this time savagely, and into the offside, but there's a man deep, and he picks it up nicely, and they'll get 2 though, pretty easily, but this time he was playing a shot in anger on that occasion, driving firmly into the offside, and picking up 2. Amrites moves in now to bowl, this time left alone, making some hike, turning away outside the off stump. Definitely not essaying a shot at that one. Amrites moves in once more to bowl to Adams. Adams is back late, cutting that one. Brilliant effort that by the man at backward of point, and they'll get 2. That's a carry into Willett, and they'll get 2 nonetheless, but it was well played. It was a late cut on that occasion, well played, and got 2 in the end. So at the end of over number 20, and we'll get the score in a bit. I think it is 82 for the loss of 4. Well, Akadiendo Willett has been given a rest, and it's Jaden Carmichael who will come into the attack. Here he goes, left arm leg spinner, loops it, he's driving back up the strip to the bowler. That's Richardson. So Carmichael it is. Left arm moves in now to bowl. This time he's beaten, comprehensively beaten, and Carlin Boyle Tuckett had the bails off in a flash, but the batsman's back foot was grounded, but he was beaten on that occasion. So it's going to be Carmichael to move in once more to bowl to Richardson. Looks up now, sees him coming in, flatter, and that time he's struck on the, well, maybe a little bat into that, because he was going on the back foot there, and the bowler and the keeper, they were leaping and appealing, but the umpire was not interested. Well, here goes once more. Carmichael it is, moving in now to bowl to Richardson, loops it. Now he's driving. That's a lovely looking shot. Reaching to the pitch up the delivery and driving it nicely down to long off. Gets an easy single. So that will bring the left-handed Dimitri Adams into strike. So he goes. Carmichael bowls. He's turning it into the onside. Richardson was interested in a single, but not so. Adams actually was posing on the shot, and Jamie Cornelius was close on the 45. So here goes once more. Loops it, gets it on the full, but brilliantly stopped there by the bowler. It was a full toss and he drove it well, but it was well stopped by Carmichael. That ends the over. So Richardson will take strike now from Amri. Here he goes. Short turned into the onside, but there's a man backward of square. Can't score. Again, poorly lined there by Amri. Needs to start that off spinner about center and off. Moves in once more. Bowls flatter. Well lined on that occasion. And hitting it into the turf. Taken by Carlon Bowen Tuckett, who shadows the stumps. Batsman is there in his crease. Amri moves in once more to bowl. Again, this time flatter. He's squeezing it into the onside. Can't score. So, Amri it is. We'll move in once more to bowl to Richardson. Bowls. This time he's solidly forward. Getting right over that one and just keeping it out. So here's Amri once more. Moves in now to bowl. He's pushing hard at that one. Plays it into the onside. Can't score. Another dot in the scorer's book. Amri it is. And Bosu just trying to make an adjustment, maybe to see if he should go to his left some. He's at first slip. He would have dropped one already off the bowling of Amri. This time Bosu is going down quickly, stopping it nicely. That was good work on that occasion. The ball was traveling off the edge on the ground though, but he stopped it well. And that ends the over. 22 bowled, 83 for 4. So it's going to be Carmichael bowling now to Adams. He's reaching a long way to that. Looks comfortable on that occasion. Plays it quietly into the onside. So here he goes. Bowls, loops it. He's driving. Back up the strip to the bowler. Can't score. So Adams has been there for a little while. Has looked good in parts. Moves in now. Flatter. He's down the track. He's heaving at that. And that's a well played shot. It might have gone the distance. It has gone the distance. Almost looked premeditated initially, but he got to the pitch and heaved it over extra cover. That's a big shot. That was a lovely heave there by Adams. Getting to the pitch and hitting it over extra cover. That's a serious shot. 6 more. Here goes now. It's going to be Carmichael. Loops again. This time he's driving along the ground. Off the hand of Carmichael down to mid-off. Can't score. Carmichael it is. Moves in now to bowl. Short, too short. He pulls this one majestically. Almost for 6, but it's gone for 4. It was a rank long hop. And Adams punished it, pulled it away for 4. So here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. Solidly, quietly forward. Certainly looking a lot more composed now. Adams plays it into the outside, ends the over. So it's Amri moving in now to bowl to Richardson. On drives nicely. And it goes down to the man at long on. Picks up an easy single. Well played on that occasion. Getting to the pitch of the delivery. And just on driving nicely. So it's going to be Adams to take strike once more. Played a serious shot in the last over. This time he's driving nicely. Two fielders looking at each other there. But eventually the man on the deep extra cover boundary, Fabs, races in and picks it up. One more to the total. So here's Amory being held up by the umpire. Moves in now to bowl to Richardson. Off the body as he's trying to turn again. That off spinner landing about leg stump, turning further down the leg side. He needs to adjust that line. Doesn't even have a leg stip in place. Here he goes now. Moves in now. Better delivery. Comes solidly forward. Amory thought he had him on that occasion, but no harm done. Here goes once more. Amory moves in now to bowl. Good delivery. Comes solidly, quietly forward. Stifles the turn. And just plays it into the pitch. No harm done. So Amory not wasting any time. Batsman has to make him hold up. Hustling the batsman as he moves in now to bowl. Flatter. Off target once more. Tries to whip it to the onside. Wide signal by the umpire. Again, poorly lined by Amory, trying to faster delivery and not lining it on that occasion properly. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl to Richardson again, not properly lined, again turning down the leg side, and he just flicks it away. Can't score, that ends the over. It's going to be Carmichael. The ball is going big, and he has gone big, and he has gone away. No, brilliantly pulled back in there by the fielder, and they'll get two. But again, opening up his shoulders there was Adams. So he has reached a point now that he's showing some serious confidence here and getting two in the offside. This time one pops on him, but he comes solidly forward. Soft hands, pushes it into the offside. So two more to the total. We understand that Dimitri Adams is on 49. And Richardson already looking pretty accomplished. Looking pretty comfortable. So here he goes. Moves in now. Poorly lined again. Another wide. The off break starting outside the leg stump. Signal wide by the umpire. So it's going to be Amory. Moving in now. He's struck on the pad. He shouts his appeal. The umpire says yes. He nods his head and sends him on his way. Richardson was already relaxed because he was just nodding his head. He just kept nodding his head. And then eventually he put that finger in the air. Richardson storms away. Not a happy man. It's obvious he's not very happy as he walks away. But that's wicket number 5. Ajay Amory finally gets one. So as they have a brief water break, it's 105 for 5. 105 for 5. $105 for 5. Your batsman in. It's going to be Amory. Moves in now to bowl. Comes solidly forward, the batsman. Pushes it back up the strip to the bowler. Here he goes. Moves in now flatter. Turns it into the, well, it looks as if it came off the body. Again, the off spinner starting about leg stump. So here he goes. Amory moves in now to bowl. Solidly forward. Plays it to the left of Ross Powell, who races across and stops it. Here he goes once more. Bowls. Flatter. Again, Ross Powell this time goes to his right to pull it in. That ends the over. So it's Carmichael bowling now to Adams. Pushes it back up the strip to the bowler. So it's going to be Carmichael moving in once more to bowl to Adams. He's sweeping and he's picked out the man. He's gone. And it's like, what have I done? Jaden Carmichael. And he has hit it to the man with the bucket-like hands, Onaje Amri, who seemed to be waiting for it. Adams is thinking, I was on 49. Why did I do that? Picked out the man at backward up square. My goodness, he's gone for 49. Unfortunately for the youngster. But Carmichael strikes. So Dimitri Adams going on 49. And he got better as his innings progressed. He certainly started a bit scratchily, but looked good towards the end, except to give it away on 49. Literally just played it around the corner, straight into the hands of Anaji Amri, who is now at first slip. As he is, Carmichael swivels as he goes back to his bowling mark. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl to the new batsman. Flatton is driving at that. Jamie Cornelius moves well, picks it up, and the batsman looks as if he's going to go for a few big, hard licks here. That's just that first shot tells me that he's not one for the forward defensive shot. And he's a powerful looking fella too. He might go all the way up to the airport. Here he goes. He moves in now. He's going for the drive. He finds the gap. He goes down to long off or comes across. One more to the total. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. Left alone, Carlon Tuckett whips off the bails, but that back foot was grounded. So here he goes. Moves in once more. Drives into the offside. Can't score. So it's going to be Onaje Amri, and he'll continue. The score is 106 for 6 after 27 overs. Says Amri bowls. He's solidly forward, looking for the single, but that would have been suicidal. Going down to man at point in Kezwan Archibald. So it's going to be Amri once more. Moves in now to bowl off target again, thinking of the single. Again, badly lined there, Amri. A little inconsistent. Would need to bowl that off spinner starting about center and off center and leg. Definitely not leg. Here he goes, moves in once more. That's better lined. He's stroking it into the offside. Delvin Phillip races across. He can't score. So it's Amri bowls. He's solidly, quietly forward. Plays it up into the offside. Can't score. So Amri it is from the commentary end. Moves in now. He's driving and poorly, well, missed there by Delvin Phillip. Kimani Nisbet races across, covers, but can't prevent the single. One more to the total. So it's going to be Amri once more. Moves in now to bowl. He's getting a full toss. He drives it. Delvin Phillip is chasing after it. He will pull it in inside the boundary, and they'll get two very easily indeed. But that was a full toss. So Amri, a little bit inconsistent for the moment, shows some disappointment, ends the over. So here goes once more. Carmichael, it's his balls, stroking it into the offside, can't score. So 100 and 109 for 6 after 28. 109 for 6, 28 overs completed. So here goes once more. Carmichael loops it. He's going for the big heave. I told you he looks like a big hitter. Hits that one down towards long off. They're coming back for the second run. So 2 more to the total. Goes into the 130s now. 130. Ah? 111. Sorry, 111 for the loss of 6. So let's see if he'll go big again. This time he's solidly forward. So pushing it gently into the onside, can't score. But it looks like if he decides to go big, that ball won't be retrievable. He's a powerfully built fellow. Here he goes once more. Carmichael moves in now to bowl. He's driving powerfully down towards long off. Along the ground on this occasion. Picks up one more. Matter of fact, there are 2 powerfully built guys at the crease. So settles over his back now. There he goes, moves in now, flatter, left alone. 111 for 6. It's Carmichael bowling, and that one chopped just in front of the bowler as he was driving. He was in the air for a little bit, and the bowler didn't stop it, so 1 more to the total. 112 now for 6 after 30 overs. So we're into over number 31. Carmichael, he's going big, but he hasn't caught that well. And he's easily caught. He's easily caught at long on, so he was having a big heave. And I knew from the way he was batting that he wouldn't be there long in terms of just patting around. And it was well caught at long on. Heave-ho at Carmichael. So the big man walks back, and another wicket goes for Anguilla. So here goes. It's going to be Carmichael to the new batsman. He leaves it alone. Carmichael it is. Moves in now to bowl. Solidly forward. So here goes. Moves in once more. Punches it into the outside. And waiting for it is Jamie Cornelius. Can't score. So here goes. Moves in once more. Ball too short. Pulled away. Oh, it's over the head of Archibald, but it was a rank long hop. And for one moment, and it looks as if he's signaling a no ball as well. So it's a free hit. And, well, double transgression there. Rank long hop, and he bowled a no ball in the process. So it's going to be a free hit now. So here goes once more. It's the free hit delivery. Batsman making him wait. It was a real rank long hop that by Carmichael, and it was put away. So he can't change the field as he moves in now to bowl. Here he goes, moves in now. He's swinging into that, but he has picked out the man. But it's a free hit, and so he can't be out. So it's 1 more to the total. That ends the over. And at the end of 30, it's 120 for 7. 120 for 7, Anguilla. Well, there's an adjustment to the score. It's 123 for the loss of 7. Onaje Amri has been relieved for the moment. And the captain, Theron Busso, comes into the attack. Left arm leg spinners. He's a tall lad as well. So it's going to be Busso, the captain, moving in now to bowl. Flat and short outside the off stump. White signal by the umpire. Starts badly, the captain. Busu, the captain. And it's going to be Busu once more. Moving in now to bowl. Pulls up. Here goes Busu. Moves in now to bowl. Outside the off stump, left alone. And getting some turn. So Busu it is. Walks back to his mark. Moves in now to bowl. Pulls up. Maybe not too happy with his run up there. So some adjustments. He wasn't happy with the field. And he has asked for a slip. So he has put a slip in place now. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. Wide signal by the umpire. Carlin Tuckett trying a thing, appealing. But wide signal by the umpire. Pushes it into the outside. Can't score. Here he goes. Bowls now. Outside the off stump, left alone. Here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl. He's punching this one, and I think it was in the air when he passed the man at first slip. It's racing down the hill, and it's gone past the rope. It's gone for 4. So getting a bit of width on that occasion, and it goes away for 4. Every run here is crucial. Anguilla would want to put some more runs on the tins. Here goes once more, Busu. That's a better delivery, but the umpire is unimpressed. Shouts his appeal. That ends the over. At the end of 32 overs, it's 129 for the loss of 7, Anguilla. Here's Carmichael. Bowls to the batsman, and he's whipping off the bills. This Carlin Tuckett, but the umpire is unimpressed. There was Carlin Tuckett whipping off the bills and running down to celebrate. So it's going to be Carmichael once more. Moving in now to bowl. He's driving nicely, getting to the pitch of the delivery and driving it smoothly down to long off. One more to the total. So it's going to be Carmichael moving in once more to bowl. Wide of the off stump. And that ends the over. Yes, taking out the slip. Theron Busu. Slip is out once more. So here's Busu. Moving in once more to bowl. Left alone outside the off stump. But I think he should have that first slip in place. Here he goes. Comes solidly forward this time. Gets it up to mid-wicket. Jamie Cornelius is waiting. Can't score. Here he goes. Moves in now. He gets a full toss. Almost drove right over it. Got the bottom of the bat. Back up the strip to the bowler. Can't score. Here he goes, moves in once more, flatter, faster, but left alone. No ball signaled by the umpire, so he has transgressed big time here. And it's going to be a free hit. So it's going to be a free hit. The umpire very quickly signaled and called it, actually showing him what he did. So here he goes, moves in once more. Flat and fast, but he's hitting it powerfully into the onside. The man at mid-wicket races in. They're thinking of the second, but they're not the quickest between the creases, so hesitation. One more to the total. So every run counts here. Anguilla trying to put a sizable target on the tins. He goes for the Yorker, flat and fast, but he drives it up to long off and gets one more. So one more to the total. Here he goes, moves in once more. He's driving. That's a lovely shot. And they'll only get a single. Long off again comes into the frame. It's Carmichael moving in now to bowl. Left alone. You'll have to say that's a good leave because that's shaving the off stump. Shadowed the stumps there. Did wicketkeeper Colin Bowen tuck it, but his back foot is grounded. You'll have to say he knows what he's about. Does Carmichael have an arm ball? Here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl. He's driving. Again, brilliantly stopped that time by Carmichael, right-handed and all. He's a natural left-hander. So here's Carmichael. Moving in now to bowl. He's hitting it. Dropped. Got it in one hand. Tried to grab it with the other. And dropped it. So Jama Hamilton giving him some advice here. So another dropped catch. Nevis has dropped a couple of catches today. Well, more than a couple. Carmichael moves in once more to bowl. This time he stands up straight and just pushes it into the offside. Can't score. Well, we're having some battery issues, but I think that's corrected now because we do have some current now, electricity. So hopefully the battery issues are done with. And we missed the 6 by the big man. Here's Carmichael moving in now to bowl. He's going big shot down towards long on. The man races across and stops it. One more to the total. So let's see what the score is now. 152 for 7. And we're in over number 36. So 152 for 7. We're in over number 36. Here he goes. Moves in once more. Carmichael. This time he's reaching to the pitch of the delivery. Hits it up to the bowler. Straight down the ground. That ends the over. And so Anguilla making a bit of a recovery here. 152 for 7. 36 overs completed. So it's going to be Theron Busso moving in now to bowl. He's up and he's caught behind. I think the umpire has not. Yes, he is. He is caught behind. It was a sharp catch that by Carlon Bowen Tuckett. It was too close to him to cut. And we heard it from here. It was a faint snick, but we heard it, and it was a sharp catch that the batsman walks away. The umpire hesitated somewhat, but I think he knew all along, and he has been sent packing. So another wicket goes. Wicket number 8, Theron Busso has struck. So it's going to be Busso moving in now to bowl to the new batsman. Beaten, comprehensively beaten. Well taken there by Carlon Bowen Tuckett, as it was a flat, fast delivery. Turning away, batsman was pushing tentatively, beaten through to the keeper. Here's Busso once more. He's a tall man. Moves in now, bowl flat. The delivery, well taken again by Tuckett. Jumping in the air and whipping off the bills. And no harm done in the end. Delvin Phillip has gone now to first slip. So here goes. Moves in now to bowl flat and fast. He's punching this one into the offside. Brilliant effort that. Brilliant effort. Diving away. Let's see who that was. That looks like Carmichael. Brilliant effort that. So here goes once more. Bowls. And what's happening here? The umpire is unmoved. The batsman was having a heave. I think it struck him in the pad, but maybe pitching outside the leg stump on that occasion. So a lot happening in this over. As it's going to be Busso once more. Captain of the Nevis team moves in now to bowl flatter. This time he's solidly forward. And there's Carmichael moving in quickly, gets a return in. And that ends the over. At the end of 38, it's 152 for. Okay. But we'll confirm the score in a bit. So 38 overs completed, 150 to the score. 151? 153 now. So one more to the total, 153. Well, powerfully struck for 4. He's hitting this one uppishly, but well short of the man on the deep, wide, long on boundary, and they'll only get a single. So, one more to the total. So it's going to be Carmichael once more. Maybe they need some pace back into the attack to wrap up this tail. Moves in now. He's driving, looking smooth. Nice looking shot down towards long off. Looks pretty competent. And we're into the tail, but he looks pretty competent. Driving it nicely down to long off for a single. So it's going to be Carmichael once more. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. Carmichael, he's driving. He too looks smooth. Lovely looking shot. Bend of the knee and all. And driving it down to long off. One more to the total. And so these two building up a nice little partnership. It's 160 now. 160 for 8 after 39. So one more to the total. Struck into the extra cover region, picking up 1. So it's going to be Boso once more. Moves in now to bowl. Left alone. Ball spinning away from him, making some height. Good leave on that occasion. Boso it is, the captain of the Nevis team, wanting to wrap this up here. He's driving. That's a lovely looking shot. Goes past Jamie Cornelius. Running after it is Onaje Amri. Won't be able to prevent 2. And 2 more to the total. Batsman looking pretty comfortable for the moment. And the Nevis team might be getting a little anxious here, because they would want to get to the crease. But for the moment, they're being held up. So Bosuites bowls, and that time he's pushing it back up the strip. Huh? Here goes once more, moves in now to bowl flat and punching at this, beaten through to the keeper, and well taken again by Carlon Bowen Tuckett. Batsman having a confab now. Is there a senior batsman? Well, just a word of encouragement. He says, bat on, youngster, bat on. So it's going to be Boso once more. Moves in now to bowl, and he's swinging at that. But it's a wide signal. He really threw everything at that. And taken by Carl Tuckett, wide signal by the umpire. The Nevis bowlers have bowled a couple of no balls and a number of wides. They will need to work on that for the next game. Now, talking of wides, he decides Bosso says, well, I'm not satisfied with one on the offside. Let's try one on the onside. And maybe we should just get the fast bowlers in to see if they could wrap this up. So here goes once more. Bosso it is. Moves in now to bowl. Better delivery. Pushes back up the strip to the bowler. That ends the over. We might just see a change in the tactics here from the Nevis team. So definitely change, and we have the fast bowlers back. It looks as if it's gonna be Kezron Archibald. So Kezron Archibald it is, or is it Akadiento Willett? It's Willett. He's driving into the offside, and there's the captain coming across, pulls it in. So here goes once more. Races in now to bowl. He's pulling at that. He goes down towards the man on the fine leg boundary. That's Nisbet. And one more to the total. Here he goes. Races in once more to bowl. He's driving down the ground in the air, but he might have pierced the gap. No, they'll settle for one. Well picked up down there by the man at long off, racing across. So only one more to the total. There he goes, moves in once more to bowl. He's on driving, and the man at mid wicket comes into the view and can't score. Pulling at that. Goes down to third man, can't score. So here he goes. Willett races in now to bowl. He's pushing it in the air. An easy catch. As easy as they come. I think it was a slow ball. It certainly stuck him up. And he was just pushing at it tentatively. Took the top end of the bat and went high in the air. And Akadiento Willett gleefully couldn't have asked for an easier catch. Caught and bowled Akadiento Willett. And wicket number 9 goes for the Anguilla team. So 167 for 9, 40 overs completed. So we are into the final rights of this Anguilla batting. Last man in. Well, an interesting change here. Jamie Cornelius, who is a pretty decent off spinner, has been brought into the attack. Has a knack of taking wickets too, but more known as an aggressive left-handed batsman, but can pick up a few wickets. Here's Cornelius moving in now to bowl flat and fast. He's pushing it back up the strip to the bowler. So just one more wicket to go. Here goes Cornelius, bowled flat again. He's swinging at that, and Carlon Tuckett is appealing as he whipped off the bails. Here's Cornelius bowls. He's swinging that one away. That's a lovely heave. One bounce into the fence at backward of square, and gone for 4. Off target, and he swung into it lustily there. And swung it away for 4. So it's going to be Cornelius. Moves in once more. This time he's struck on the pad and he's off and running. This could be interesting. He sent him on his way. He's run out. I think it could have been a run out at both ends, really. And what a way to conclude the Anguilla innings. So the innings has concluded at 172 all out. 172 all out. Anguilla has made. Nevis would have to get 173 if they're going to win this game. Well, 174 is the target for Nevis if they're going to win this game. And they have made an interesting start here. It's Dimitri Adams bowling off spinners to Ross Powell, who drives it back up the strip to the bowler, can't score. So, remember I told you, I saw Dimitri Adams some long time back. He was more or less a youngster. Didn't have lucks then. Here goes balls. Now he's beaten. He's running away. He's celebrating. The umpire nods his head and then puts up his finger. Ross Powell is sent packing early in this exchange. Dimitri Adams has struck. He was coming quietly forward, struck on the pad, and in the opinion of the umpire, adjacent with the stumps. And so he's on his way early, is Ross Powell. Dimitri Adams was celebrating before he even got the nod of approval from the umpire. So Ross Powell walks back. He'll have a couple more innings before this season is done. Let's hope he gets a big knock. New batsman in is Shelton Fobbs. Nevis starting badly here. 1 wicket for no runs. Chasing 174 for victory. So it's going to be Adams to move in from the commentary end. Here's Adams, bowls to Fobbs. Fobbs is coming forward, came off the bottom of the bat, went to the wicket keeper. Not the most confident start for the number 3 batsman for Nevis. So the 2 fielders out, long on and deep mid wicket. Here goes once more. He gets a full pitch delivery, hits it into the onside. The man skates across and stops it at mid wicket. Can't score. So Adams it is, moves in now to bowl to Fobbs. That's the arm ball. And this time Nevis is on the way. Gets a single down towards mid-on. 1 more to the total. Well, 1 to the total. It's 1 for 1. Jamie Cornelius in strike. On the back foot, plays it back up the strip to the bowler. Ends the over, 1 for 1. Well, we are not too sure who the bowler is, but we'll wait and see. But it will be Fobbs in strike. It's a medium pace bowler, and he'll be bowling from the far end. So Fobbs settles over his bat. As here's the bowler, moves in now to bowl, left alone. Good carry through to the wicketkeeper too. A wide signal though by the umpire. Here goes, moves in now to bowl to Fobbs. Fobbs again leaves this one alone. That's closer, but again, good carry through to the keeper. So here goes once more, moving in now to bowl to Fobbs. This time Fobbs drops the bat and allows it to go through. So Fobbs would have had some opportunity. I sit down. Yes. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl, and this time he's pushing it into the outside, can't score. Up in. Here he goes, moves in once more to bowl to Fobbs. Fobbs looked as if he was playing at that, and then pulled the bat in. Wide signal by the umpire. Here he goes, moves in once more to bowl. This time Fobbs plays it straight back up the strip to the bowler, who fields well. Can't score. So here he goes. Medium pace bowler moves in now to bowl to Fobbs. Fobbs is quietly forward. So here he goes once more. Races in now to bowl to Fobbs. Fobbs is flicking it and brilliantly caught. Oh, he was diving away to his right and pulled it in with both hands. Nevis in trouble here at Connery. Fobbs was flicking it away, but it was in the air. And just away to the right of the fielder who dived full length took it low and pulled it off. Fantastic catch that. Nevis struggling here at Connery. 2 wickets down. I think Jamie Cornelius's heart must have been in his mouth there. He just barely cleared the man at mid-off, but he went for 4. The umpire is unimpressed. Long after the fact, he sent him. Well, he stayed a long time before he sent that one LBW. But Dimitri Adams has struck again. His second wicket, tentative shot there by Jamie Cornelius, and he has been sent on his way. Nevis in a hole here at Connery. So Adams has picked up 2 wickets so far. And Anguilla certainly in this game. Nevis on the back foot early. They have actually lost 3 wickets so far. First it was Ross Powell. There's the Delvin Phillip now, who is a very accomplished batsman on the front foot, pushes it into the offside, can't score. So first it was Ross Powell, and then after that it was Fobbs, and then after that Jamie Cornelius. So 3 wickets gone. 3 of the top order batsmen back in the pavilion. So Adams making adjustments to his field. We're moving now to bowl to Phillip. Phillip is pushing it into the offside. Fielders looking very alert here. Here's Adams bowls. That one bowling what looks like the leg break, bringing the arm the other way, and that ends the over with Phillip just pushing it back up the strip to the bowler. So Carlin Bowen Tuckett will take strike, and we understand that the bowler's name is Landerford. If not that, it's something close to that. Tuckett, who was played at a very high level in the West Indies Academies team, gets a full toss. Cuffs it through the offside. The man races across, dives, and stops it nicely. It was a full toss. He hit it hard, but the man was diving across and pulling it in. So 1 more to the total. Took it off the mark. So whether or not you want to believe it, Nevis 8 for 3. 8 for 3. And we're in over number 4. Landerford moves in now to bowl to Phillip. Phillip is flicking at that, and white signal by the umpire. Keeper was appealing. Bowler looked anxious as well. Thought he got a snick on that. White signal by the umpire. So here goes once more. Races in now to bowl to Phillip. Phillip is beaten, and he's gone. Phillip has nicked it according to the umpire. And Anguilla cock a hoop here at Connery. Wicket number 4. My goodness, Nevis in a hole. A serious hole. So Nevis in a serious hole here at the Connery playing field. Delvin Phillip walks back, and Anguilla celebrating. The tall Terran Busso is out there. The bat looks like a matchstick in his hand. It's going to be Landerford, who has played under 19 cricket for the Leewards. Looking very busy. Races in now to bowl to Bosso. Bosso is driving. That's a lovely shot. Leaning into it, but the timing a bit off. They'll only get 2. So 2 more to the total. Looking very positive for starters here. So it's going to be a Landerford once more. And he'll be moving in now to bowl to Bosso. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl to Theron Bosso. Bosso is solidly in line. Plays it back up the strip to the bowler. Well, Landerford now will bowl to Bosso. Has a characteristic warm-up, almost jumping on the spot before he sprints. Let's look at that. He's going to have, well, he has to wait because Bosso isn't comfortable with his gloves or his helmet or something. Seems as if his helmet got hooked up in his chain. So, trying to sort that out, but holding up the game. The umpires wouldn't be too happy with that. And so now he gets his helmet back on. So let's look at the unique run-up of Landerford. Like I said, he's going to do a couple of jumps at the start of his run and then sprint in. So let's see. Bosso taking his time about it, really. So let's have a look at Landerford now. Look at that. He's going to have a couple of... Let's look at this now carefully. That's it, that's it. And then he sprints. And then he races in. Here he goes. Moves now to... He's driving solidly there. And it... So as we change cards, Carl and Bowen Tuckett drove it into the offside, picking up 2. So it's going to be Dimitri Adams now. Will bowl to Tuckett. Here he goes, bowled. Tuckett is on the back foot, turns it into the onside. The man at long on has a long run in, but they're strolling through for the single. Made up their minds early that it would be a single. 1 more to the total. So Tuckett and Bosso met in the middle of the pitch, and that's the long and the short of it, really. I would love to see them stand up against each other again. One is super tall, one is super short. But both of them very good batsmen. Hoping to pull Nevis out of this real serious hole here at Connery. Here's Adams bowls. He's getting a full toss. He hits it hard, but the man at long on races and bubbles with it. They're thinking of the second, but no. Tuckett was just thinking of the single. His back was turned, didn't see the bubble. Tuckett in strike, pushes it quietly into the offside. And on second thoughts, you could see he was thinking maybe I should go over the top. But Nevis in a bit of a hole here. Has to be careful. He's flashing this one, but brilliantly stopped there. It was hit hard, but the fielder was diving away to his left and stopping it nicely. So the Anguillans seem very alert out there. So Adams will bowl once more to Tuckett. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl to Tuckett. Tuckett is watching it through and belatedly made up his mind to leave it. He goes to the keeper. That ends the over. So it's going to be Landerford now, and moving in now to bowl to Bosso, who has looked good so far. He's flicking at that, comes off the pad. And he was ball watching, and Tuckett was calling him through for the leg bye. Signal now by the umpire, so 1 more to the total. So Landerford it is. We're moving now to bowl to Tuckett. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl to Tuckett. Tuckett is turning at this one. Goes down to the man at long leg who comes off the boundary, picks it up. So 1, oh, well, it's no bat on that. So it's a leg bye. So here's Landford once more. Racing now to bowl to Bosu. Bosu is hooking at that and going for the snort on that occasion. Landford coming off the pitch pretty hurriedly too, hustling the batsman. He was a little late on that shot. He was true to the keeper. So here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl to Bosu. That has to be a wide. So he'll settle once more. Landford working up some fair pace here. Moves in now to bowl. Turns it into the onside. They might even be thinking two here. But one they'll take. So one more to the total. Tuckett will take strike now from Landford. Here he goes, ball. He's driving at that loosely. Oh, his bat was well away from his body on that occasion. And luckily didn't get a snick on that one. Chastising himself now. And he was beaten through to the keeper there. And so they'll have a talk. And they're not going to meet all the way down. But we'll get that. We'll get that in a bit. So, Tuckett settles. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. He's turning it nicely, but there's a man deep. And he feels it easily. So it's only one more to the total. So, one more to the total. And that ends the over. And drives now nicely down towards the man at long on, and the bubble is slightly, but there's one more to the total. Go ahead. Here he goes now. Adams boats. He's driving. It's in the air for a bit, but it has gone through the vacant point position. They're thinking of a second, and he's home. He has long legs. Just 2 strides down, and he was home. So it's going to be Adams once more. Moves in now to bowl to. He's on the back foot, turns it into the onside. Mid wicket comes in, can't score. Has to be careful with that back foot play. Here goes once more. Adams moves in now to bowl. He's driving, reaching for that. The man dives across, stops it nicely. Can't score. Ends the over. Well, we have a change in the bowling. Strokes it nicely up into the offside. There's Bowen Tuckett. Pulling it over mid wicket for 4 was Tuckett. Moves in once more. Left alone this time. The away movement seen on that occasion. Tuckett picked it up, left it alone. Yeah. So here goes once more. Hodge moves in now to bowl. Left alone again by Tuckett. So Tuckett is accustomed to situations like this. He would have batted in some similar situations for the West Indies Academy. And batted well and batted long to help his team. He has another job to do today. Slow ball, driven nicely, powerfully too. Hits the man on the knee and bubbles away from him, and they get a single. Bosu in strike too. He's pulling at this one. Got a bit of glove into it. Didn't latch onto it really. Goes down to the man on the square leg boundary, picks up a single. But it's going to be Dimitri Adams, and I'm almost getting the impression here that Adams is the captain of this team. He would have played from the very junior level right through for Anguilla and the Leewards. Now he's a senior statesman in the team. Still a very young man though. Moves in now to bowl to Busso. Busso is making it into a Yorker length delivery. Comes down on it, drives it back up the strip to the bowler. Now they have a slip in place and a man at a short gully position. Very attacking field set here. He moves in now to bowl. Beaten, or would he say that he pulled the bat away? If he pulled the bat away, it was a belated decision there. But maybe playing for turn, there was none. So here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Busso. Busso is on the back foot, pushes it back up the strip to the bowler, who moves smartly to his left and pulls it in with both hands. So Adams it is. He's picked up 2 so far. Landeford has picked up 2. Moves in now to bowl. He's punching it into the offside down to mid-off, who is a bit deep. He was thinking of the single, but I think Tuckett is saying he pushed it too hard. But he was the one calling. He was the one running to the danger end, Busso. So here goes once more. Adams moves in now to bowl. Busso is driving, eerily dropped. Caught. Well. Picking out the man. And that's wicket number 5. The captain goes, caught at extra cover. Wicket number 5. Nevis struggling here badly. Well, Kezi Archibald comes to the crease with Nevis in a bit of a bind here at Connery. And so it's going to be Adams, Dimitri, and he'll be bowling to Archibald. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. Archibald is coming forward, pushes it tentatively into the onside, and that ends the over. 33 for the loss of 5 at the end of that one. Well, one of the big talking points here at Connery is that decision of LBW against Jamie Cornelius. There's some talk that after the umpire stayed so long to send him, he actually had said not out, and that the square leg umpire told him to send the man. I don't know how true that is, but that's really stupid if that happened. But after a long while, he did send him on his way. So here goes once more. It's going to be Hodge. Moving in now to bowl to Tuckett, looking for the pull, and he has been struck. Very uncomfortably too as he walks away. I think he was pulling for something with probably more height, and it kept a bit lower than he anticipated and struck him somewhere in the tummy. He walked away in pain, but he's a strong lad. He walks back. He's ready to bat again. And right away, because he has pulled one already, they're making some adjustments. There's a man now going on the backward of square boundary and a man at mid-wicket. So they're looking for him to continue pulling. Here goes, bowls. He's standing up straight, punches it now. Man at mid-on comes across and pulls it in. Can't score. So I think they're trying to set him up. There's a man at back of square, and there's a man at mid-wicket on the boundary. They want him to continue to pull. Here he goes, short. He's pulling. He has challenged him, and he has beaten him into the boundary for 4. So Tuckett picking up the challenge. It's a deliberate ploy. They're trying to set him up, but he pulled it away from the man at mid-wicket and into the boundary for 4. Let's see what Hodge will do now. Will he again go for the short ball? Here he goes. This time he's a lot more up. And on the front foot is Tuckett. Pushes it easily into the offside. Looks very composed. It's a kind of dicey situation here for Nevis, but he's showing real maturity here, the youngster. A youngster who I would have watched in the park when he was a little toddler playing cricket. Here he goes, slow ball, but he's on the front foot, stroking it up to mid-off, looking very comfortable indeed. As it is. Moves in once more to bowl. Left alone this time by Tuckett. Watching it through the away movement there. 37 for 5. Oh, it's dropped. Well. Went between the keeper, and this could be interesting as well. It might be run out. Well. He has sent him on his way. First, he pushed tentatively, got the edge between the keeper and the first slip. They got one. Tuckett called for the second. Kezron Archibald rushing back and looked as if he was home, but the umpire is out there. He has sent him on his way. And another wicket for Nevis. 38 for 6. Not good news here for Nevis. Adams moves in now to bowl. He's driving. Oh, that's Acadian to Willett. So Willett is out there. He's a pretty competent batsman too. And very attacking field set here. Adams bowls. He's on the back foot. He's beaten. True to the keeper. Flashing at that. Well taken by the keeper. So, pressure on Nevis here. Willett. He goes, pushes it into the offside, can't score. More attack. Feel that short extra cover has gone in closer. Adams moves in now to bowl. Pushing again, tentatively at that is Willett. True to the keeper once more. Adams stands there, glaring at him. Pressure on Willett. Here goes once more. Adams. Dimitri moves in now to bowl. He's driving, but picks out the man at point. Can't score. And that ends the over. It's going to be Hodge moving in now to bowl to Tuckett. He's punching it powerfully. Back past the bowler up to mid-off. Can't score. Looking very positive is Carlon Tuckett. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. He's solidly forward is Tuckett. Pushes it into the offside. Can't score. So here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Tuckett. Tuckett is driving nicely, but the man got in the way very well indeed. Putting his body on the line, sliding across and stopping it. And can't score, but it was well driven there by Tuckett. So Tuckett has played a couple of lovely looking shots so far. Looking very positive as he bowls now short. He's pulling it away, but here's the man at mid-wicket stopping it on this occasion. Short mid-wicket, that is. So here goes once more. Hodge moves in now to bowl short. He's pulling it, keeping it down on this occasion, deliberately too. Tuckett, he knows that they're trying to set him up, and he was pulling down on this occasion, picking up a single. So, Willerton strike to Hodge, bowl short. He's pulling the bat away, but that was a cut-short delivery, really. But he did well to get out of the way, true to the keeper. That ends the over. At the end of over number 12, the score is 39 Nevis for 6. And just in case you went to Mars and you don't believe what I'm saying, it's 39 for 6 Nevis here at Connery. There's Tuckett driving into the offside. Not with any real timing on that occasion, not with any real power. And can't score. Adams it is, moves in now to bowl. Tuckett was looking to play, and then at the last possible moment pulled out of the shot, allowed it to go through to the keeper. So Adams has created a spot of bother here for the players for Nevis. Moves in now to bowl. He's driving in the air, but just away from the man at short extra cover. And Hamilton was thinking he should have pulled that one in, but it was away from him and getting a single. So now he's asking Dimitri Adams to make an adjustment in the field. So mid-off has come in inside the circle. Long off, that is, has come into mid-off. So they're setting a packed offside field. Look at this. There's a man at slip. There's a man at gully. Cover, extra cover, and then a short extra cover and a short mid-off. My goodness. They're looking to have him drive, waiting for him to make a mistake. Here he goes. He's driving nicely along the ground, down to mid-off. Bubbles slightly with it. Can't score. So he's trying to set up the batsman here and trying to get them to drive. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. He is a bit undone on that occasion. Flatter, faster delivery. But looking to turn it into the onside. Came off the out edge of the bat. Went into the offside. Can't score. Pressure on Nevis here. Adams it is. Moves in once more. He's having a good game, I must tell you. Full pitch delivery. Driven up to mid-off. Can't score. He made 49 and he has already picked up 3 wickets. 40 after 13 for the loss of 6, Nevis. Driven back up the strip. And the non-striker would have to make sure that his bat is grounded. I think might have come off the bowler. Fortunately, he's safe. So it's going to be Hodge. They're still trying to set up Carlin Tuckett with the pull shot or the hook. Short, he's pulling this one and hitting it this time down towards long on, and will walk his way down for a single. So Willerton strike. He's hitting that one down the ground, but the man at mid-on pulls it in. Can't score. Here goes. Hodge moves in now to bowl. Full toss. Driven nicely. That's a lovely shot by Willett. The man is racing after it, and will he pull it in? I think he will. And they'll only get 2. So 2 more, but that was a lovely shot. Driven nicely there by Willett. He's pushing this one into the offside. Can't score. Guiding it towards the man at point. Willerton strike. Here goes Hodge, bowls. He's solidly forward. Plays it up towards the man at mid-off. And that ends the over at the end of 14-42 for the loss of 6, Nevis. Certainly can't blame Adams with the success he has had. It seems as if he's going to bowl through his allotted quota of overs. He has a deep mid-wicket and a long on in place and a packed offside field, I could tell you. He'll be bowling now to Carlin Bowen Tuckett. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl to Tuckett. Tuckett is on driving nicely. It's called for 2. He's a quick athlete, and can they get 2? Very well, not just him alone, but Akadianto Willett also is a natural athlete. And so right away he called for 2. Right away, those 2 athletes were just hustling there, almost as if both of them were related to Usain Bolt, picking up 2 quite easily in the end. So with that gap open, if he can get it there again, it would be another easy 2. Then Adams would have to make an adjustment. And that's what it is. Batsmanship is not just about hitting the ball. This time he's stroking it into the offside. And he's knocking it towards the bowler. Good bit of fielding there by number 15, diving across and in one motion, flicking the ball towards the bowler. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl quietly forward, pushes it into the offside, can't score. So Adams trying to lure Tuckett into error. Moves in now. He's turned it. I guess he's calling for 2 again. Will they try for 2? No, not this time. And fielder moving very quickly on that occasion, and they decided to settle for 1. So 1 more to the total. Right away the adjustment is being made. Now they've put a short mid-wicket in place. So one of the fielders from the offside has been removed. And that's what cricket is all about, forcing them to make the adjustment. So here's Adams moving in now to bowl to Willett. Willett is driving. The man at short extra gets down on his knees and stops it. Ends over number 15, and at the end of it is 46 for 6 Nevis. 46 for 6. Hodge moves in now to bowl to Tuckett, flicks it away into the onside. Fielder comes across and pulls it in nicely. Can't score. So it's going to be Hodge once more to move in now to bowl to Tuckett. Tuckett is driving nicely but well fielded. Diving across nicely. The man at extra cover pulls it in with both hands. The Anguilla fielding generally has been very good. They're very alert, the fielders. Hodge moves in now to bowl to Tuckett. Tuckett is punching this one, getting on top of it and not getting any real power into it. The man at extra cover stops it easily. Here goes Hodge, moves in now to bowl short, and he's pulling that one fine. That's a lovely shot. Oh, that's a really lovely shot by Tuckett. He had enough time to actually pull it fine, just wide of the wicketkeeper. Nobody home, and gone for 4. So the 50 on the 10s, finally, for Nevis. So here is Hodge, moves in once more to bowl. Left alone this time by Tuckett, getting the away movement, picking it up early Tuckett and just waving the bat away from it. So it's going to be Hodge to bowl once more to Tuckett. Tuckett pushes it into the offside, thinks of the single, but that would have been suicidal. That ends the over. 50 for the loss of 6 Nevis. Definitely looks as if Dimitri Adams intends to bowl his full quarter of 10 on the trot. Why not? He has picked up 3 so far. Moves in now to bowl to Willett. Willett is driving, and the bowler does well. Gets across quickly and can't score. Adams moves in once more to bowl to Willett. Willett is solidly forward. Pushes it quietly into the offside. Can't score. He's going over and gone all the way. Lovely shot by Acadian to Willett. Over long off for 6. In his half, and he just went. The man at mid-off is way in, and he hit it way over long off for 6. Lovely shot by Willett. And remember, Acadian to Willett is the son of Tonito Willett. He would have been proud of a shot like that. Here he goes once more, bowled, and this time he's on the back foot. He punches it, but he finds the man at a deepish extra cover position. Can't score. So now he has sent the man back on the long off boundary. So Tony Acadian to Willett will now have to rethink. There's a man at deep extra cover on the boundary as well. So at least he has forced some changes. Here he goes, bowls. He's on the back foot, stands up straight, pushes it into the offside, can't score. Flatter, faster delivery that. So his partnership proving a little difficult for the Anguilla team. He's driving, but there's a man deep, and he'll come across and pick it up. Was in there for a bit, but one more to the total. Will it going for the expansive extra cover drive? And that ends the over. After 17 overs, it's 57 for the loss of 6. 57 for 6 from 17. Hodge has been taken out of the attack. We have a new bowler. Don't know the name of the bowler, but we might get that a little later. Comes in now to bowl. Pushes hard at it. Does will it? Gets it to the man. It can't score. I see Chesney Hughes at first slip warming up. He bowls left arm leg spin. Useful bowler. He goes now, moving in now to bowl to Willett. Willett stands up straight, pushes it back up the strip to the bowler, can't score. So Willett settles the Acadiento brand. As he goes, bowls to Willett. Willett is hitting it savagely over long off and into the boundary for 4. Contemptuous looking shot that. Actually off the front foot. It was not a full pitch delivery. It was back of a length, and he just stood up and slapped it. And he didn't even bother to run because he knew that the man was in and it was a safe shot. I know the man has been asked to stay out on the long off boundary. But that was a powerful shot by Willett. Let's see, he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Willett. Willett is driving. That's another lovely shot, but well fielded there by the man at extra cover and threatening to throw down the stumps. But that was a good shot once more. He goes, moving in now to bowl to Willett. Bowls. Willett is driving down towards the man at long off the front foot, looking very assured is Willett. Picks up another single, one more to the total. So that brings Tuckett into strike. Moves in now to bowl. Tuckett is solidly forward, showing him the maker's mark. There's a bend of the knee, the little man totally in control. That ends the over. So Adams definitely planning to bowl out his 10. He started the innings, he continues. Looking for another scalp. He has picked up 3 so far. Add to that 49 when he batted. He's having a good game. The Luxman bowls. He's driving his Willett into the offside. Can't score. And with a ball like that, there's a temptation to look to go over long off again. Has to make sure that he hits it hard though. Man at long off right now. He bowls. He's driving smoothly. Finds the man at deep extra cover. Can't score. He goes, bowls. Willett is solidly, quietly forward. Adams to bowl to Willett. Willett is pushing it just past the man at short extra cover. The man at long off has some work to do. One more to the total. Here's Adams, moves in now to bowl, left alone by Willett. Again, the arm ball running away the other way. Normally seems to bowl off breaks, but he definitely has this in his repertoire. Turns it the other way. So Bowen Tuckett settles. Adams bowls. He's on the back foot. Flatter, faster delivery. Plays it into the offside. Ends the over. And after 19 overs, 63 for the loss of 6, Nevis. So 63 for the loss of 6. And it's going to be Willett taking strike. 19 overs completed. I think the first target Nevis would need to secure is a total of 72. Then that would leave 100 and, well, just over 100. 74, that is. Need to get to 74. Then that will leave 100 to get. And then they could start to work from there to know as they bring it down under the 100 mark. One of the Anguillan fielders was indeed correct when he said they have a far way to go. We don't. They only have 4 wickets to get. Nevis has a long way to go still. Oh, that one snicked, and it goes past the keeper who was flat on his tummy. It's a hard race here for the fielder, but he gets there, and they'll get 2. Came off the edge, but it dropped well in front of the wicket keeper. And past the keeper, and they got 2. Willett in strike. The bowler races in now. Bowled. He's driving. Yorker length delivery. They're going to get an easy single. Down towards long on. That one hit the bottom of the bat. Not really timing it well on that occasion. But 1 more to the total. Every single run here crucial. With Nevis up against the wall for the moment. But cricket is a funny old game. Teams have gotten out of worse holes in the past. Here he goes. Bowls now to Tuckett. Tuckett is turning it into the onside. Finds the man at mid-wicket. Can't score. Here goes once more. Moving in now to bowl to Tuckett. Bowls. Tuckett is driving nicely. And they're off for the single. As the ball hit the stump, they were appealing, but it didn't hit the bowler. And the batsman was in his crease. So 1 more to the total. In strike once more is Willett. Bowles. He's turning this one away. They're calling for 2. But Willett is hustling, but Tuckett says no. Put up his hand like a traffic officer and decides no, I'm not going to try for that second one. We have already had 1 run out. We don't want 2. Well, Adams has finished his quarter of 10. We have a new bowler in. He's smashing this one into the offside, well short of the man and on the deep extra cover boundary. And they pick up a single. So new bowler. With Adams out of the attack, Nevis could breathe a little easier. Certainly had them on the back foot from early. From his very first over, as a matter of fact, moves in now to bowl. Well, it looks as if Tuckett was about to pull, but the ball seemed to have slowed up on him. And so he's having a close look at the pitch there. Settles once more. Here's the bowler, unique kind of action. He's driving his Tuckett. Man at long off comes into the frame. 1 more to the total. So that brings Willett in strike. These two have worked a nice little partnership so far. Willett was going for the big heave on that occasion. He definitely had big intentions. I don't think he was going to try to push it to mid-off. He was going for the big heave on that occasion, but it was wide, signaled wide by the umpire. 1 more to the total. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. He's cutting at this one. That's a lovely shot. It has gone back with a point. The man is racing after it, and it may get to the boundary. It has gone to the boundary. That's a lovely shot. He played it late, did Willett, and he's batting superbly. For one moment, you'll think that it's Tonito Willett himself out there. This man has improved by leaps and bounds in terms of his batting. Always was a good bowler, but his batting has certainly grown. So, Willett takes strike once more. Bowler moves in now to bowl flat, and he's pushing it into the offside. The fielder comes across. That looks like Adams, and stops it nicely. So here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl to Willett. Bowls. Willett is going in the air, but it's going to fall safely. I think that's what he wanted earlier. Oh, Tuckett fell down. They were thinking of the second, but Tuckett slipped and fell over. And the score has gone now to 76 for 6 at the end of 20. At the end of 21? At the end of 21. So Willett in strike. Moves in out to ball. Willett is pushing it nicely, reaching to the pitch of the delivery, playing it solidly. Can't score. Here goes once more. Bowler races in now to bowl to Willett. Willett is looking for the big heave on that occasion. That was a loose looking shot. And maybe a bit unnecessary too, but he certainly was looking for the big heave on that occasion. Got the inner edge and went between himself and the leg stump. Tuckett calls him down immediately and says, "We can do this, we can do this. Don't get carried away." This time he comes easily forward. Hughes races across, picks it up. Settling over his bat is Willett as he takes strike once more, solidly forward. That time he was totally in control, pushing towards the trajectory of the delivery and just pushing it easily into the offside. Here he goes once more. Moving in now to bowl to Willett. Willett is slapping this one into the offside. It's going across the field. The man is racing after it. Will pull it in just inside. A little bit of a relay between the two. And they'll get free. Well played by Willett. Well run by Tuckett and Willett. 3 more to the total. Here he goes. Races in once more to bowl. Oh, he's gone, I believe. He has sent him on his way. He just pushed at it and looked very guilty from the outset. Tuckett, he looked back and then walked. And a little touch, away movement on that occasion. Just a little snick on that. And the partnership has been broken. Tuckett walks back to the pavilion after a nice little innings. But Nevis further in trouble here. And the score now 79 for 7. Well, a lot of work left for Willett to do. He has been joined by Jaden Carmichael. Well, he's no rabbit really, but that's Willett flicking it away nicely. Backward of square, can't score. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Willett. Moves in, bowls to Willett. Willett is driving down towards long off and will get an easy single. 1 more to the total. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Carmichael. He's punching it into the offside. Thinks of the single, but the man is moving nicely. Feels it well. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. Oh, that one popped on him. Really uncomfortably on that occasion. And it struck him on the body, I think. Dropped safely, no harm done. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Carmichael. This time solidly forward, but dropping just in front of the man. At first slip was diving away and dropped just in front of him. And right away, Willett having a chat with Carmichael. Carmichael knows that he has a big job here. Settles. This time he's solidly forward. Pushes it into the offside. Can't score. Ends the over. At the end of 23. 80 the score for the loss of 7. Well, Willett, who has looked very compact, settles over his bat now. He's flicking that one away, but there's a man on the deep square leg boundary. They'll only get 1. Full toss, flicked away. 1 more to the total. 81 for the loss of 6. Sorry, I think it's 7. 81 for the loss of 7 after 23. Carmichael, it is, settles over his bat. Turns it into the onside. Well played on that occasion. Short and jab. And off and running, playing with soft hands. 1 more to the total. gives Willett the strike, which I think should be the right thing to do at this point. Carmichael settles, moves in now to bowl. Sorry, that's Willett punching it into the offside. That's a lovely shot. The ball is racing down the hill. It might get there, will get there. Desperate diving effort there. And they're going back. And I think, well, I'm not sure. They got free. But that was a lovely shot. So Carmichael will take strike now. And settles over his bat. The bowler moves in now to bowl. Full toss. He drives it nicely into the offside. That's a lovely shot. They'll be thinking two here. But Willett settled early for one. Maybe just deciding he'll take the strike. So he goes once more. Moving in now to bowl to Willett. Willett is driving and through the fielder. And they should get at least three here. The fielding team has done pretty well all day, but every now and again there's a little blunder. That time he was definitely beaten. The ball was in the air for a long time, dropping well short of the short third man fielder who bubbled as it went through him. Willett back on strike, so that only got two then. Moves in once more to bowl to Willett. Willett gets a slow ball and jabs it into the turf. I think he was beaten initially as the bowler rolled his fingers around it and managed to keep it out nonetheless. That ends the over. At the end of over number 23, the score is 24. It's 88 for the loss of 7. So here he goes. Moves in now to bowl to Carmichael. He's driving at that. The bowler comes across and stops it, colliding with Willett in the process, preventing the single nonetheless. So Carmichael, I think his main job right now is to get Willett on strike. This time he's on the back foot, pushing it carefully into the offside. Flatter, faster delivery that. So here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. Full toss, driven nicely down towards long off. The man comes across. Will he stop it? He does. And one more to the total. That puts Willett on strike. So here he goes. Moves in now. This time to bowl to Willett. Willett is steering it into the offside. They might even look two here. Fielder is chasing after it, but they settle for one. So one more to the total. So here he goes. Moves in out to bowl. Dropped. Valiant effort though. But he was driving that one. Was Carmichael, the fielder, the bowler was diving across to his left and just couldn't pull it in. So that brings Willett back into strike. Moves in once more now. This time to bowl to Willett. Willett is punching this one into the offside. The man is deep and he'll field easily. And just one more to the total. So it's going to be Willett in strike now. A change in the bowling as well. New bowler. Solidly forward. Seems as we have a wrist spinner into the attack now. Right arm wrist spin. He goes once more. Moves in now to bowl left. He's bowling right arm wrist spin. Definitely looping that one to get a single. So one more to the total. So variety in the Anguilla bowling attack. We now have a right arm wrist spinner. We haven't seen Chesney Hughes as yet. He's at first slip. He bowls left arm leg spin. Loops it. Full toss. Hit it hard down the ground. The man at long on stops it. They'll get a single. What do you say? Was a rank full toss on that occasion. Only got a single. I'd love to see him bowl that too. Acadian to Willett. Slaps it into the offside. And knocked away by Dimitri Adams. Can't score. Here goes, balls. Oh, that's a poor shot by Willett. Will he get away with it? No. Oh. It's a brilliant catch by Adams. Willett got a full toss. He didn't latch on to it. And it was in the air. And it was well away from Dimitri Adams, but he ran all the way and dived and gobbled it up. It was a fantastic effort by Dimitri. And if you were to pick a man of the match today, he certainly would be in the rankings. But that was Willett trying to launch a full toss out of the park. Got it high on the bat, and unfortunately has to go. Well, the new batsman is Kimani Nisbet, pushing it nicely, confidently into the offside. Can't score. Ends the over. But 26 completed, 94 for the loss of 8, the score here at Connery. And strike. As he moves in now to bowl, flat and fast. He's punching it. He was in the air for a bit. There was a gasp from the man at long off, thinking it would have gone straight to him. They're trying to wrap this up, Anguilla. Just 2 wickets to go. Here he goes now, moves into bowl. He's forward, he's shouting his appeal. The umpire, he normally stays long to send them, so let's see if he's going to, let's see, you can't take your eyes off him. Oh, he puts his hand behind his back. Can't take your eyes off this umpire. He says not out. Here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl. To Carmichael. He's punching this one into the offside. It goes back with a point. The man is racing after it. They're thinking of the second and only thinking about it. And 1 run completed. So that brings Nisbet into strike. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. He's driving nicely into the offside. Well stopped by short extra cover. And so far, Nisbet has looked very positive. Getting to the pitch of the delivery. Moves in once more to bowl. He's driving, this time off the toe-in of the bat. Not in control on that occasion. Here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Nisbet. Nisbet pops it back to the bowler as easy as Sunday morning. He just pops it back to the bowler. Make that 9. And 9 wickets down. And they haven't gotten to 100 as yet. Still 95. So Nevis on 95 for 9. I think we'll start packing. Onaje Amri, not known for his batting at all. Pushing at this one is off the pad. And they're off for a leg bye. So once it gets down to Onaje Amri, if Nevis can pull this off, it would be an absolute miracle. But we believe in miracles. And so let's see what happens here. Carmichael seems to have decided, well, once Onaje is in, I'm going to have a throw of the bat at anything close to me. Let's see what his action is. He's looking to go big, but it's wide of the mark. The umpire doesn't signal wide. But it must have been pretty close. I think Carmichael is going to have a go. That's the way it looks from here. Here he goes. He's sweeping. That's a nice looking shot. And there's a man backward of square single. He has taken the single, interestingly enough. So that puts Onaje Amri back on strike. So is that saying that Carmichael is saying, well, I know that Onaje can handle this. Let's see. The big man looks as if he means it. Settles over his bat. And he's on the back foot, watching it through carefully there. Looks as if he's saying, I'm in control here. Looks as if Onaje Amri is saying, look here, I'm in total control of this. So here he goes, settles over his bat once more, moves in now to bowl to Amri Flatter. He's pushing forward, back up the strip to the bowler, and a little style with it as well. And so Onaje Amri completing the over, keeping it out, and we're still looking for a miracle here from a Nevis perspective. So I think all of the bowlers who have bowled so far have picked up wickets. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl to Carmichael. He's banging it into the offside, but there's a man deep, and he's in total control. They'll only get one. And Carmichael has no intention of shielding Amri. So obviously he's saying that Onaje Amri can control this. He has this. Can we get to 100? It's 99 for the loss of 9. It's all 9s on the board. Except that we're in over number 29. 28 completed, but we're in over 29. So there's a lot of 9s out there. 99 for 9. Can Nevis round off and at least get 100 here? Makes a big difference. 99 and 100. Big difference. Sounds different. Moves in now to bowl. Amri's turning it into the onside. Carmichael was racing down, trying to get back on strike. Amri's not interested. He's saying, look here, man, I'm in control of this. We don't have to run and run out ourselves when I can bat like this. So, yet to get off the mark, though. Can Amri get off the mark? Here goes. Bold. Amri's going for the big heave. Gets an edge. Goes through the vacancy position. And they're not running the runs. He has decided he wants a strike now. Carmichael. He decides he wants a strike. One more. So here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Carmichael. Bowls forward defensive. Stays the truth. They should be looking for 2. He's running as if the match is over. Well, at least they've crossed the 100 mark. So it's now 101. 101 for 9. And not really showing too much enthusiasm with the running between the creases right now. Almost as if Nevis has given up the ghost. And Adams now thinking that Amri is a big hitter. Has sent a man way out on the deep mid-wicket boundary. There's also a long on in place and a deep square leg. But I don't think Amri is that type of a batsman. Here he goes. Settles over his bat now. What will Amri do? Bowls to Amri. Amri's turning it into the onside. Why isn't Carmichael is there in park? They're not taking this seriously. Well, it was the last ball of the over. But for one moment, it looks as if he's not shielding him. And then another moment, it looks as if he's shielding him. I don't understand the strategy here. Well, it's going to be Carmichael in strike. He's swinging into that. It's a mighty heave. The man got his hand to it and it went over the boundary. Let's see what the signal would be at 6. Big heave there by Carmichael. And the fielder got across, got his hands to it, but just couldn't hold on. The momentum taking him over the ropes. And the ball with it as well. So 6 runs there to Carmichael. So here goes once more. Carmichael seems to have made up his mind that he's going to go big. He's tugging this one into the onside. He's refusing to run again. So all of a sudden he has decided to shield Amri. So a belated decision there because earlier they were running through for the singles. Now he has decided to take the strike. So the right arm wrist spinner making an adjustment. Man at mid-wicket comes to his left. Moves in now to both flat and short and he's punching it down the ground. Amri is wondering if he should run because he wasn't running earlier. But this time he has called him through. So a single and that would bring Amri in strike. Can Amri now hit a 6? That would be the icing on the cake for me this afternoon. If Amri can just hit this one over the side screen at the far end. Here he goes. That matchstick in his hand. Amri is stroking it. Down to long off. Gets a cheer from the pavilion. actually reaching and stroking it, the Amri, and picking up a single. So the longer he bats, I think by the end of this he might say, I want to open in the next innings. But it's Carmichael settling now, and Carmichael goes high. Is it handsome? The man is looking over his shoulder. It's gone, my goodness, onto the roof at the far end. That's a mighty heave. That hit the roof at the far end. That's a mighty heave by Carmichael. My goodness, somebody's house is in trouble out there. They'll have to do some repairs on that roof because they hit it really hard, I can tell you. Big heave, that bike. And they'll have to bring out balls now. Luther Kelly will have some work to do. And that was a very good hit there by Carmichael. I was looking for that from Onaje Amri, though. So Carmichael will settle once more. Will he go for another big heave? Turns it into the onside. He was always looking for a single. Just the way he approached that. He knows that the over was, it was the last ball of the over, and the intention was just to push it into the onside. Off and running, gets a single. And the score has gone up to 116 for the loss of 9. 30 overs completed. 20 overs remaining. Well, the miracle continues. Carmichael in strike now. He's going big. Hey, hard, handsome. Watch it, guys. Watch it, guys. It's straight over the head of the spectators here at the far end. Gone for 6. Powerful heave there by Carmichael. I think his intentions are very clear now. He's going to take the bulk of the batting and he's going to storm the bowling. So Adams looking a little worried, having a quick chat with his bowler. Carmichael is playing a bit of a blitz here, of a knock. Let's see what happens now. Will he go again? I think he will. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. He's going big. Is it going down the hill? Is the man going to pull it in? Yes, he does. They go back for the second. And they'll get it easily. So Carmichael going at everything here now. So 2 more to the total. Our scorer has taken a break. We'll have to get the updated score. But Carmichael is deciding to take this on his own. Here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl. This time he's almost gave it away. Played forward with hard hands. And it was just away to the left of the bowler who was diving desperately across, but just couldn't pull it in. Yeah. So here goes once more. Moves in now. Onaje Amri just has to keep it out. Beaten, trying to punch it. Goes through to the keeper. His job. His real job now is just to stay and just block. That's all he has to do, block. And the miracle continues. Moves in now to bowl. Oh, he's trying to be fancy. He's cutting. Amri just needs to stay there with the Carmichael. But now he's trying to be fancy. He's trying to late dab. I think he just needs to do a little better with that matchstick there in his hand. Here goes once more. Moves in out to bowl to Amri. What will Amri do? And this Amri's going for the big heave. Amri doesn't have this thing down pack at all. Looking to go for the big heave. Beaten through to the keeper. And that ends the over. Well, the miracle continues. A little bit of frustration here for the Anguilla team. They thought they would have had this wrapped up already. It's 125 for 9. 31 overs completed. So here goes. Races in now to bowl to Carmichael. He's swinging into that, but there's a man deep, and he's going to take a single, which is surprising. So I think Carmichael also needs to make up his mind. 1 minute he's shielding Amri, then the next moment he's not shielding Amri. So the game at the park completed. Some folks are still coming in. thinking that this game is going to last a while longer. It will if the miracle continues. And it has to be an even bigger miracle now because I'm not too sure how Amri will face up to the pace. Carmichael will be hoping that he will get a single, even if it's a leg by. What will happen here? Balls to Amri. Amri is playing a naughty shot and peeping at the... He has a lot of style, Amri. Why is he peeping at the stumps? Wondering why he weren't the hit? Looks as if he was begging for them to be hit. He's just peeping at the stumps there. Now he's having a look at the wicket keeper. And he's one who is always chatting his Amri. I don't know what he's telling the wicket keeper. Maybe if I snick it, you don't hold it, okay? But he just needs to get a bit of bat on ball and get a single. Don't try anything fancy, Amri. Let the miracle last for a little while longer. He's stroking it into the offside. My goodness, he might even go for 4. Well. They're going to take 2. That's interesting. Amri is stroking it into the offside and getting 2. I think he'll be asking for a promotion. He's having a laugh because he's getting some encouragement from his teammates. Well. I think Amri will be asking for a promotion in the batting order. Settles over his bat once more. The matchstick waving in his hands as here goes. Moves in out to... Oh, solidly forward is Amri. A little shake of the head saying, guys, see how it is done. And he has his team supporting him here. They're loving it from the stands. He has a bit of style in it too, Amri. Really making a case for a promotion in the batting order. Looking as if to say, I'm going to pull him around now. As he settles over his bat. Here goes. Balls to Amri. Amri's turning it into the onside. A bit uncomfortably, I must admit. But the fact is, he got bat onto it, turned it into the onside and kept it out. So it's going to be Amri taking strike once more. Moves in out. The ball to Amri. Slow. He's flashing at it. That might be a wide no. That ends the over. Amri walks away in disgust as if to say, I should have slapped that for 4. But that ends the over. And at the end of over number 32, it's 128 for 9. The miracle continues. 32 overs completed. 128 for 9. How long will this miracle last? Chesney Hughes maybe telling Dimitri Adams, I could have a ball, I could finish this. But it's not Chesney Hughes, same bowler. He's pulling at this one, but there's a man deep. They should be looking for 2 here. He's hustling for 2. And, he paused. Should have been 2 there. That's a long 2. But they're just a bit slow. But then again, Onaje Amri is not the fastest of runners. I was about to say between the creases, but he's not the fastest of runners at all anywhere. He's a tall man. Very good bowler, but not a very quick athlete. So that brings Amri now into strike. Can the miracle continue any further? Man at square leg comes in. Man at mid-wicket goes around. They think that Amri is going to try for the big heave. Amri settles over the matchstick. Here he goes. Ball. Full toss. He's driving into the offside. They're off and running. Amri slow, but he gets there. Well, he got there. But I think had it been a direct hit, he would have been in trouble. Amri is really not the quickest of runners. Huh? Our scorer here is saying they're going to do it. That Nevis is going to win this game. Anguilla is getting a bit panicky here. It's a bit worrisome for them now. Carmichael in strike. Here he goes. He's going to heave. He's going to heave. He's going to heave. How far has it gone? There's a man coming around. It's gone the distance. It's 6. Carmichael has launched it for 6. Well, the miracle continues. Well, Carmichael is playing a cameo here. And it's another 6. So that was a mighty heave because it was hitting into the wind. Anguilla getting a bit worried here. Carmichael settles. Here he goes. Moves in out to bowl to Carmichael. He's punching at that off the glove of the keeper. It might run into the boundary. It's running pretty close to the boundary. They're going back for the second. Can he pull it in? He does. They get two. But I think you'll have to say it was a tough chance because it came off the edge of the bat and came off the keeper's glove very quickly indeed. Two more to the total. Two more crucial runs. The miracle continues. Well, well, well. Can Nevis do it? Can this miracle last? Well, well, well. Here he goes. He's going to move in now to bowl to Carmichael. He's going to heave. He's going to heave. No, he's on the back foot. Plays it sedately in front of him. Up to the man at short extra. And for one moment, you forgot that he could play those kind of shots. Well, is he going to get a single now? Here he goes. Bowls. Carmichael is heaving. He didn't launch that one well. It's going to be taken. It's gone. The miracle is over. It's all over. And so, off the outer edge of the bat, high in the air, the man at point went back and took the catch. And it's all over. Anguilla has won. Nevis got two. 138. All out in the 33rd over. That's the way we're going to leave you from the Connery playing field.